Hello there, my friend, and welcome to today's workout on the Persist program. Today is an upper body session. If you are new around here, don't worry. You're going to have a tremendous workout. I'm going to be coaching you throughout the session to make any adjustments and make sure your form is spot on. But if you have been doing these workouts with me, we're going to have a nice tangible increase in the challenge on today's upper body movement. So we've got some nice gradual progressions, some changes in position, or some new exercises entirely. Simply do your best. I am going to be switching between 2 to 3 sets of dumbbells today, something from the really light for the isolation work towards the end, and some heavier stuff where I'm going to be able to use some bigger dumbbells for things like rows and whatnot. Simply do your best with what you have access to. Any trial and error, adjust any of the work rest periods you may need to. But otherwise, I'm going to be explaining everything as we go. With the handy little Brittany mic here, we're going to kick off our warm-up now to prepare the body for the work that is to come. I'm happy to have you. Let's get to it. Okie dokie, we are going to be kicking off with a windmill rotation. Windmills are tough, positionally, has some nuances, so I'm going to spend the first part of this warm-up checking in to your windmill positioning and working through some T-spine rotation in the upper back. Bam. So, take your feet to a little bit wider than shoulder width. In this instance, I'm going to kink my feet to the left, all right? And then I'm going to take my left hand, bend my knees, slide it down the inside of that left knee, and I'm in this position. I'm then going to bring the other hand to meet it, and then start performing my T-spine rotations, trying to follow my eyes past my fingers, okay? And bring it down. So notice how I'm sort of hinging at the hips in this direction. Taking my time just to perform a few really nice rotations to get used to what this kind of position is gonna feel like. And we'll be digging in a little bit more when it comes to the movement itself, do not worry.
10 seconds. Rest.
Okay, we're now literally just going to mirror that up on the other side, as we will when it comes to the real thing with the windmill. So like I said, we tilt, we then cock the hips back in this sort of diagonal hinge position, and then gently slide that arm on the inside. Let the knees bend as much as they need to. This will be informed by your overall mobility. Okay, so if you need to bend the knees more, that's fine. That will make it a little bit more accommodating. And take your time with this rotation part. Opening the chest round. It's more than likely going to illuminate areas of tightness that we have in the body.
Halfway there. Ten seconds.
Alrighty, we're going to come down to the floor for a high plank hip tap. Again, further warming up the shoulders and the core. Getting used to a nice bit of body bracing here. So, hands under the shoulders, nice foot base there, butt squeezed, okay? And I'm just going to alternate bringing one hand to the opposite shoulder with as much control as we can, trying not to let the rest of the body move too much. Squeezing your legs and your bum is always the go-to for body bracing here.
Halfway there. Ten seconds. Rest.
I'm now just going to grab a nice light pair of dumbbells to warm up my pressing movement. I'm going to do a curl and a press. It's a lovely exercise, and in this instance, it's going to be a good way to get used to some shoulder pressing.
Round 4.
All right, so a pair of dumbbells, just going to curl up and press overhead, controlling down. Curl, press. Curl, press. Oh yeah.
Halfway there.
I hope wherever you're joining me from, my friend, it's treating you well. You're having a nice day, whether it's the start or the end. Power to you for being here.
10 seconds.
Getting through those first few minutes of a workout, oh, getting out of the brain and into the body are vital.
Rest.
Oftentimes we don't feel like doing a hard thing, such as working out, but we never regret it. Coming down just to this side plank position, I'm just going to perform around 6 reps of this hip dip.
Next round.
So side plank, drive the hip to the sky and down. I'm going to do 2 more, 7 and 8, nice. And just switch it up to the other side.
Halfway there.
Stay here all day and hiding the sheets. Baby, we deserve a celebration. When we meet, I feel like
10 seconds.
Okay, lovely. Let's grab ourselves a lighter to moderate pair of dumbbells. We're going to do 3 sets.
Rest.
3 sets of our opening gambit here, which is going to be this deep shoulder press. Coming into a standing position today. So I want you to split your feet, lock the legs and the bum.
Rest.
Split feet here is for a nice bit of balance, okay? Excuse me. What we're going to do is try and perform 6 repetitions. Bring the dumbbells down, take 10 seconds or so. Split the feet the other way and do another 6 repetitions, okay? That little rest allows us to push ourselves on a little bit, as well as
10
obviously
seconds.
just balancing the body out a little bit. So we're going to do this one, and then we'll come into some rows that I'll explain in a second. We do this for 3 sets. So starting nice and conservative is probably a good idea. Bring your dumbbells up, neutral position, palms facing in. Pull your shoulders down into this deep position, and then punch up, controlling back down. So I'm really exploring range of motion here at the bottom. Pulling down in the upper back, feeling like your shoulder blades are gliding down, sitting in your back pockets. That should be my 6.
Halfway there.
Just gonna take a moment. Hopefully you should have felt relatively easy or okay to start with here. And hit the other side.
10 seconds.
Perfect.
Rest.
All right, timing's worked pretty nicely there. We're now going to come into a single arm row. Chainsaw row. I'm happy for you to, there's me giving you permission. Use whatever setup you like. Typically though, this chainsaw position, got a wide foot base, knees are bent. I'm sitting my bum back and then blocking myself off by leaning on the leg. You could use furniture if you wanted to make this more comfortable, but I'm going to be rowing this dumbbell, thinking about sweeping my elbow towards my hip.
Round 2.
All right, let's take a look. So drive the elbow towards the hip, squeeze. Control that stretch towards the floor. You can even rest for a second at the bottom there. Make sure your grip is tight, good. Always with rows, most of the time, we want to pull the shoulder down away from the ear to put the tension in the lats and the upper back,
Halfway there.
not in the traps near the ears. All right, so keep thinking about pulling it down towards your hip. Long
10 seconds.
work windows here. Don't worry if you can't do the whole thing, depending on the weight you're using.
Rest.
Super cool. So, these longer windows, 60 seconds, allows you to do more reps to make it challenging, depending on the weight you're using. But if you have to fall back, that's fine, right? So it gives you some room to choose your own challenge. Could be a heavier load, less time, or lighter load, more reps, and so on. Okay, cool. We're gonna hit the other side, and then we could maybe change our weights if we fancied it, coming into set 2 here. Alrighty.
Round 3.
doing under the sun again. God-given gift, them seeds doing the running man. If you want me to get it, poppin' may cost 100 pence. Yeah, what I supply is always in demand. The throne is mine, take that. And then a high five, got the upper hand. I'm too real, can't fake that.
Halfway there.
Like this, you a vampire, still suck when you bite this. They don't forgive me for my sins, I'm feeling righteous. But they've been asking me to show me all. They didn't think I could do it, I had to demonstrate how the flow is so heavy. Even demonstrate who they fooling, I showed them the jig is up again. Who is the best to get this to stuttering? Tell them I'ma keep winning.
10 seconds.
Winning.
Woo!
I'ma keep winning. You can try to save yourself, but you wanna go play your
Wrist.
Cool. Coming into set 2, you're going to see me go heavier with that shoulder press. Now, bearing in mind, if you need to go off piste here, that's where it's your prerogative. I'll still try and stick to my 6 and my 6, but you never know. You might be challenging yourself on the weight. You do 6, you go back to it. Oh, you can only do 4. All good. As long as the set is challenging, it will yield a result. Oh man. Okay.
Round 4.
Get him up. And let's go. Oh yeah. Feel the difference. Don't skimp on your range of motion though. All about this deep stretch at the bottom. Bang.
I'ma keep winning.
The lockout at the top may be challenging depending on your mobility. That's okay, do your best.
Halfway there.
Okay. Oh.
10 seconds.
Oh yeah.
Rest.
Goodness, agua. Yep, couldn't have done much more than another rep there. Whew. Sweet. Depending on how that rose felt, last moment here to grab something heavier, should you please. Whew. Let's get it.
Round 5. Halfway there. Seconds. Rest.
It's a lot of reps, man. Damn. Cool. Very cool. Lovely. It's been really cool hearing from some of you that I am meeting for the first time, albeit online, over the last week. Some new joiners here via the Persist program.
Round 6.
I love to hear from you. Keep it coming. All right, rock and roll. Big sets.
Halfway there. 10 seconds.
Come on, lad. Keep them rolling.
Rest.
Oh, yeah. And just like that, 1 set to go. I know this initial block. Oh, it's a challenge. Long sets. And 3 of them. Don't worry, after this, we're going to go down to sets of 2. Whew. Sets of 2? 2 sets. I'm excited to give these a nice challenge coming up. Excited for you to give that a go. Right, goodness me. Last of the presses.
Round
Clear eyes, full hearts, can't lose. Let's get it, Texas forever. Ugh. Oh yeah, that was a good one.
halfway there.
Thank you, sir. Oh yeah.
10 seconds.
Oh goodness. Ah. Serious.
Rest.
Most serious indeed. Well done. I'm sure you found a challenging set or 2 in there. Hiya! Onto the rows. Lovely. Let's indeed make this one a big one as well. Ride the lightning right to the end. Last set, best set.
Round 8.
Okay.
Halfway there.
Oh man.
Ten seconds.
Come on, last one. Yeah.
Rest.
All right. Last set, last side. And then we take a minute off. Generous, I know. Oh yeah. The bump is finding me. What's next? Goodness me.
Last round.
Here we go.
Halfway there. Ten seconds.
Come on, baby. Oh, yes.
Rest.
Oh, lovely. Like I said, 60 seconds rest here, which I'll spend most of explaining to you this fresh challenge. So if you were with me last time, we did the windmill. It's all about rotation here in this next pairing. We're doing well, in this instance, a bent press. which builds on the foundations of the windmill with an extra dynamic. I'll let this beep out of the way.
Rest.
So we're going to kick off. First and foremost, if you want to stick to the windmill because you still found that really challenging, stick to the windmill. Otherwise, the bench press has the same setup as the windmill. You get into this hinge position, let the knees bend. We've got our weight in that top hand like we normally would, except it's down
10
here
seconds.
instead of up here. And then what we do, we descend and press at the same time, finish up top, back down, reset. If you're up for the challenge, let's give it a
Let's
go.
go.
Just consider this a bit of fun. So, I kink, let the knees bend, press and drop, stand tall, reset. Kink, turn the eyes to the ceiling, let the knees bend, press and drop. Wow.
Halfway there.
It's like you're pushing yourself under the weight as the arm locks out. Great displays in strength and mobility.
10 seconds.
Let's get one more.
Rest.
Okay, don't worry if that felt like a bit mental and you were a bit all over the place. It's all about learning a new skill, it's just about reps. So I'm going to turn my feet the other way, the dumbbell in the other hand. Hey presto, we'll match them up. Quick recap, start with that kink. Start turning the torso until you're in that eyes on the ceiling position. Make sure the knees are flexed so they're ready to accommodate that sinking underneath it.
Round 2.
Go as slow as you need to.
Halfway there. Ten seconds. Rest.
Well done. Whatever variation you did, whatever it looked like, well done for taking on a new challenge, more than likely. Oh, the rotation fun isn't over yet. We are also pairing this up with a side plank rotation. Bearing in mind these windows are down to 45 seconds. Just do your best within that, challenge yourself. To focus on control and range of movement. I'm going to be splitting my feet here. I just find it nicer for balance. Okay.
Round 3.
So hip to the sky, reach underneath and around.
Halfway there. Ten seconds. Rest.
Okay. Oh, looks so simple. Good and challenging, that. Cool, we'll hit this other side, then we'll go through it one more time. We're moving on, all right? Cool. Let's get it.
Round 4. Halfway there. 10 seconds. Rest.
Okay, get ourselves ready. Any weight adjustments you want to make for that bent press, please do. Alternatively, if you found the coordination was a bit mad, you can stick to just the windmill, where you're in this position throughout. All right, all developing very good attributes. Oh my goodness.
Round 5.
All right.
Halfway there. Ten seconds. Rest.
Oh, tough stuff. Oh no, no. Alrighty, here we go. Last one.
Round 6.
Till rotating, softly press under. Typically done with kettlebells, which can feel more ergonomic, actually.
Halfway there. Ten seconds.
Oh,
Rest.
okay, onto my mat. That was being strange. Okay. Side plank rotations. If you didn't make the full window, that's okay. Do your best. As I say, what more can one do? But knowing this is our last one, let's really try to hold the line there. Don't stop even if we want to give up.
Round 7.
Together we persist.
Halfway there.
Oh.
10 seconds. Rest.
Wow. I actually find that rather challenging. Goodness. The weather is hotting up here in London town, so I seem to be melting. Let's get it, my buddy.
Last round. Halfway there. 10 seconds.
Oh yeah. And just like that, we are approaching the dessert. Shoulder and arm isolation, lovely pump. I'm gonna be using very light to moderate dumbbells here. It's gonna be in an EMOM format, so rather than just working within a time frame, we're gonna perform a set amount of reps at the top of each minute. So pretty similar.
Rest.
Excuse me. But we just want to make sure we finish up whatever set we're doing at around the 40 to 45 second window mark so we can have a little breather, transition to the next movement and not get overwhelmed. So I'll give you a loose guidance as to what I'm aiming for here reps wise. Again, you just do your best to find a challenging set. We're only going to do it twice through, 6 minutes.
10 seconds.
3 movements. First one is going to be a lateral raise variation. So get something very light and do the super range of motion lateral raise. So slight bend in the elbows. I'm gonna raise them up, but keep going. Keep going as high as feels somewhat comfortable and control it down. 8 to 12, probably be a sweet spot for me here. All right, again, only use a range that feels okay for you. Don't work through any pain, because this can be awkward if your shoulders aren't all that conditioned to it. Just go to the range that feels appropriate to you.
Halfway there.
Oh yeah. Oh, I'm gonna rest it right there. Good. Okay.
10 seconds.
Into a bicep curl. I'm bumping up my weights a little bit here, both at the same time, supinated, regular stuff, regular stuff. So palms are facing open and forward. Squeeze up, control it down. Squeeze up, control it down to a fully straightened arm. Yes.
Halfway there.
Come on, buddy. I'm gonna go a couple more here. Tremendous. I'm gonna take those same dumbbells and come to the floor for our third
10
exercise.
seconds.
We're gonna be doing a skull crusher into a press. So, check it out. On the floor here, dumbbells are up, palms facing into each other. Control them down by bending the elbow until the dumbbell head touches the floor. Roll it forward, punch up. Okay, so lowering phase in the skull crusher, roll forward, punch. So get your best elbow bend here until the dumbbell head touches the floor. Elbow to floor by the side of the body, punch. Holding. One more. Yeah. Fire. Fire. Okay.
10 seconds.
Alrighty, I know we're moving at a clip here again. Last set of that business. So back to your light dumbbells for your laterals. Here we go. Hiya. Oh, that burn is deep and so real.
Halfway there.
God damn.
10 seconds.
All right, into our curls here. Hey. It will probably feel like your shoulders aren't getting a rest because they're working just to keep this position.
Halfway there.
Goodness gracious me. Another 12 for me there.
10 seconds.
And into your last movement of the day before it's flexi time. Oh, okay.
Last round. Halfway there.
Oh man. Last one.
10 seconds.
Thank you, sir. Thank you kindly. Oh.
Rest.
Remarkable grind there. Some nice nuanced challenges, some good grunt work. Oh, and some simple burn brigade at the end. We're going to come into
Let's go.
a puppy dog here to work on some shoulder flexion, overhead position, and a bit of upper back extension. So keep your bum high, reaching the palms forward, send the chin down, and find, if you want to rest your head, it'll probably be a bit more comfortable. The chin will slightly increase the extension required in the upper back. You can play, should you please, with some different techniques to pull you deeper. So what I could think about doing here is lifting my arms up, even though it's obviously not going to happen, to pull me a little deeper into the stretch. And then relax. And then start pressing my palms into the ground to strengthen this new range.
Halfway there.
And I'm going to come on over that one. Oh, Billy. Now I'm going to have a bit of a play with just a bridge drill here. So I'm going to be down in this position again. I want you to try to put your fingers behind you like this so they're facing down towards your feet. A nice way of doing that is to start bridging the hips high so the upper back is in contact with the ground. Big extension through that spine. And then you might have a better shot at getting into this position, right? And from here is where we would potentially look to do our bridge holds. Okay. But for you today, if you're tired, just practice this position, pressing into the ground a little bit, working with this high bridge.
10 seconds.
Practicing some big extensions in the back, even pressing into the ground, seeing if we can get a bit of a lift going.
Well done.
Oh, I'm gonna call it there. I'm pretty smoked, you know. That was a hell of a dose. If you're new around here, like I said, please introduce yourself, to me. I'm delirious. I hope whoever you are, you enjoyed this session. I love hearing about it. That's what it's all about. Feeling like I'm connected to a little part of your world as we both persist to find our best together. Lots of love to you, my friend. See you in the next one.